What did Jesus mean when he said, "I've not come to bring peace, but a sword"? Hey everybody, I'm Dan McClellan. I'm a scholar of the Bible and religion, and this is part of a slightly larger passage that we find in Matthew 10, verses 34 through 36, which read, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and one's foes will be members of one's own household." So there are several things to note first about how we get this tradition. A very similar sentiment is found in Mark 13 and another in Luke 10, but Mark 13 is the earliest. And that sentiment is about how there will be interfamilial strife. And this is part of the Olivet Discourse, which is the prophecy about the second coming and the end of the world. The idea is that faithful Christians will suffer persecution at the hands of others, including within their own family. And that's kind of what we get here in Matthew 10, and the part about a man against father and a daughter against mother and so on, verses 35 and 36, are actually a close approximation to Micah 7, verse 6. So it's kind of quoting this passage from the Hebrew Bible, but it seems to be a little broader than just interfamilial strife. These are unlikely to be the words of Jesus. This is probably part of a tradition that arose during a period of perceived persecution where Christians were worried about the fact that things didn't seem to be going their way. And by having Jesus say this, it kind of sets them at ease, makes them think this is all part of the plan. This is supposed to happen. And so a Christian who's doing things right is going to suffer persecution at the hands of broader society and also might come into conflict with members of their own household. So this is a way for the authors and framers of the Gospels to make people feel better about their Christianity resulting in persecution and in interfamilial strife. It has nothing to do with the notion that Christians ought to carry weapons or anything like that. That is absolutely not in view here. And while this does seem to conflict with Jesus's broader message of peace, this is kind of a one-off. It should not be generalized to all of Jesus's message. This is how the authors of these traditions are putting their contemporary audience at ease about the persecution that they're suffering. And the fit for this video has been Green Lantern.